Hey, Blaze here. Excuse me, I feel like a drowned rat. It is so hot here in the South. I put my hair up, so I know it looks funny after seeing my hair down. Bear with me. Um, I had a idea to do a video on stones. Well, one of the things that I noticed with a lot of the videos was a lot of people didn't know what certain stones were. I have two books. This one I got in the beginning just because it was available. The Illustrated Guide to Crystals by Judy Hall. This was a good starter book. Judy Hall does a lot of stuff. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's there's some good information and a little bit of misinformation in them. But this covers living with crystals, crystal love, crystal healing, crystal protection, crystal divination, crystal qualities, crystal astrology, wisdom, and a directory. And it has a handful of stones in it. It's a pretty book if you like, books with nice little pictures in them that, illustrate what you're supposed to do. And it's got some generic pictures. I don't know if you could see that. And a couple generic things about them. I personally don't care for the book. Throw it away. Not throw it away, but I don't use it that much. A lady that I buy my stones from at a Rock and Gem show, we have one of those about twice a year, and they're usually between November and January. She recommended this, The Book of Stones, Who Are They and What They Teach. And it's by Robert Simmons and Natasha Ashen. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, oh well. Anyway, great book. This not only covers what the stones are, it covers makeup, how they're, structured, which chakras they activate, what elements they match, keywords for, what they can help you with. There's a structural section to where it shows, the basic thing about the stone, where it grows, where it's usually found, what structure it has, the color, the hardness, that type of thing. Which, if you're into that type of thing, if you've ever read jeweler's books, that's a real important part of the jeweler's books, because you have to pick certain stones that will be hard enough to withstand, people having in their rings or in their necklaces and getting bumped around. You don't want to, a lot of people like opal. Opal is a very, very soft stone, and that's not one of those that can handle a lot of abuse. Where quartz would be a harder stone. A lot of people like rings that are dyed quartz or natural occurring quartz, because they're harder and they can withstand you, jostling around and if you bump them or whatever. Then it has a section by each of the people that were on the cover, and sometimes there's other people in here too. There's a Robert Simmons and a Hazel Raven that comments on there's different people. Anyway, the authors and the other person that I mentioned. Anyway, one talks about the vibrations, and how it affects you physically. And then the other one talks about how it affects you metaphysically. So, if that makes any sense to y'all. There's a lot of different stones in here. Thick book, so, a lot of stones. It's beautifully put together. You have the basic picture of a beautiful specimen, and then the description. And in the front it has a table of contents that has all the stones listed, and it also has glossary in the back that not only tells about the stones but what remedies what. Like, you can look in the back and it'll say memory recovery, Rhino Christie. So that would be one if you have problems with recovering your memory. This is a awesome book. I don't know what I ever did without it. This is like the Bible of all stones. In the title, who they are and what they teach, it's so fitting because each stone has a specific energy, a specific vibration that works with a specific thing. There's a lot of things that we take for granted. Any stone that you feel attached to and feel is for a specific thing, go ahead and trust your instincts and use it for what you think it's used for. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. Same thing with herbs. If you really feel strongly about, like if you feel like you need a protection bath, purify and protect you, and you say pick out parsley, just go take a bath in parsley. Later on you'll find out that it matched what you had in mind. Same thing with the stones. Now I'm going to show you a few things that I've got. Excuse me a minute. This is going to be a multiple series. There's no way I can cover all this in one. This is a quartz crystal. This guy's name is Grandpa Quartz. He was mined in Arkansas, and when he was mined, he had a crack in him, and the top part broke off. I bound him back together, and I find a kinship with him, and he helps me a lot. But that is a quartz crystal. And if you see the little lines there, I don't know if you see them too well. There's little etched lines in those. Those are time recorders. That's him saying, "Hey, I've been alive for this long, and each year that he's formed or whatever, he's got knowledge in him." This is really interesting. I found this on a trip too. This is actually sandstone. Let's see if it'll focus. This is sandstone, but when it formed in circles. I thought that was really cool because it's kind of symbolic of life, endless life, and our circle. Really cool, and it was hard on the back, like just a regular rock. This is a fern print. You ever heard of a dendrite fern? Well, this is a piece of, I think it's granite with a dendrite fern print on it. So it probably goes back to close to prehistoric days. This little print of a fern on the rock. This is awesome. This is a tiger's eye, a raw tiger's eye, and the stone on top and bottom is the actual stone that it forms in that keeps it safe. And what causes the tiger stone to be cool and have a little eye flash in it is the way they cut it. If this had been cut like this way, horizontal, then it would be brown on this side and light brown on that side. It wouldn't have the flash. Let's see. Bear with me. Oh, these are earrings, and see how they're kind of clear and opaly looking? That is a man-made stone called opalite. A lot of people go, "Oh yeah, that's a naturally occurring opal." No, it's not. That is opalite. Now there is a regular opal, there's a fire opal, there's Arkansas opal, and there is opalite. Opalite is the one that is man-made. So I'm running on 10 minutes here, so look for part 2. This is part 1. Look for part 2 soon of stones. Thank you and blessed be.